it's Chef Duce here. We're getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. We're going to show you how to make a corned beef brisket. That's right, corned with an ED, not corned beef. All right, so we're going to start with the brine. So we have 2 gallons of water into a nice stock pot. Fresh Lake Michigan. Then we have a little bit of salt. That's going to add our flavor and our savoriness. Then we have a little sugar. And that's your basic brine right there, salt, sugar, and water. And then for the corned beef, we're going to add pickling spice. Got some nice bay leaf in there, a little bit of mustard seed, and also chili flake and a little clove as well. We like a little extra bay leaf in ours. Peppercorns in the pot, and then fresh garlic. So all that, you bring that to a boil, and then you chill it down, and then that goes on your raw beef brisket. This is what a whole beef brisket looks like. And here at Sweet Baby Ray's, we know what brisket's done for, right? Burnt ends and sliced beef brisket. But today we're going to make corned beef. So we use a whole packer brisket. It's about 14 pounds. We put that in the brine for 10 days. Don't screw that up. It needs to be 10 days. Otherwise, you won't get the right coloring or the right flavor. So after 10 days, it comes out of the brine, and this is what it looks like. So you see some of the pickling spice still left on it. We are going to garnish this in the pan, cover it with chicken stock, wrap it in plastic and foil, and put it in a 350-degree oven for about 4 to 5 hours. That's going to make sure it's nice and tender and moist. I'm going to wipe down the cutting board. And the magic of TV, this is after 10 days and 5 hours in the oven. It's been sleeping overnight, nice and steamy. Check this out. And you might have seen in some of our other videos how to carve a beef brisket. This is very similar. It's corned. It's a little more tender than a traditional barbecue brisket because of the moisture in the pan. But I'm going to show you the whole process here. I'm going to put some gloves on so I don't burn my little fingers. Okay, so the first things we're going to do is take this fat cap off. Even though that's good flavor, no one wants to eat that much. Okay, and the same with our brisket for barbecue. This has 2 muscles. So we're going to separate those muscles because the grain runs separately. You have to always slice against the grain or your meat's going to be very chewy and stringy. So it's got 2 muscles and they run separate directions. So we're going to take that top muscle off, which is called the point or the decal, and that piece comes off. Now we have 2 separate muscles. This one is more has more marbling. It's a little more fatty, more flavor. This is also where in a barbecue brisket where the burnt ends come from. And then this is what they call a flat. Now, if you go to Manny's or a deli like that, they'll stick the whole thing on a slicer and slice it thin, ready for your sandwich. If you go to a place in New York called Katz's Deli, they'll slice it by hand. We always slice our brisket by hand for St. Paddy's Day. So I'm going to show you how that's done. Okay, you can see here the grain running. We have to slice against the grain. So you can see how nice and tender and juicy against the grain. And what I like to do is a mix of the fatty and lean. This is the lean side, called the flat. We have that. And what's great about corned beef is I only have to train our cooks once on how to do it because they know how to slice a beef brisket. Then we have our fatty side, which is called the point. So you can see this, I'm going to need a little more trim on it. Now you can see these lines are going this way. So we cut this here and start slicing against the grain. Always against the grain. And this is really good eating. Down shingle. So you got full cuts of meat there. And then, traditional, what goes with corned beef? Cabbage, onion, and carrots. We have all this steamed up in nice chicken stock. And this is your traditional garnish for the corned beef dinner. Little cabbage there. Some onions. And then you get the nice orange of the carrot. And then, next to the corned beef, my favorite part of the dinner is potatoes. And we've got this beautiful delivery from Charles McBrady himself yesterday. These pearl potatoes, they can't be beat. Nice whole butter, a little salt, pepper, and parsley. And these are just delicious. They melt in your mouth. Put those on the plate right there. Little pearls. Beautiful. Then we just top the corned beef and the cabbage with a little parsley. Okay, and this is beautiful corned beef dinner. You got your sliced corned beef here, a little cabbage, onions, and carrots, those beautiful pearl potatoes. And then we have also, to serve on the side, whole grain mustard and creamy horseradish. And I know you're thinking, what about that corned beef sandwich? I'm going to show you how I like to make it. We have our nice Ganella marble rye here, and what I use is a little bit of the flat, the lean part, and then a little bit of the deckle, the little more marbled and flavored part. So we build that up nice. Take some of our creamy horseradish on one side and our whole grain mustard on the other. St. Paddy's tradition, you can throw a little cabbage on there for a little garnish. And that's a sandwich that can't be beat. And this is our corned beef and cabbage at Sweet Baby Ray's and True Cuisine. If you have a corporate event coming up, we'd be more than happy to fill your needs. If you want to do this at your house on St. Patrick's Day, please give us a call at 630-238-8261.
That was Executive Chef Duce Raymond of True Cuisine and Sweet Baby Ray's Catering. And to get a hold of them for your next catering event, please call 630-238-8261.